Hello, this is the new LEGO City Volcano Crawler set. This main vehicle is really nice. I really like all the kind of roll cage elements around the outside. I like the color scheme of the theme in general. I like most of the stickers on here. The top one that's kind of used as the Exploration Company logo is not my favorite, but stuff like this here for these large mufflers, they're huge on the sides. Those are really, really cool. And also the striping along the sides of the boom there. The tracks on this work phenomenally well, better than they should, because there's actually a cheater element under there. It's one of those that has a tire underneath, so the tire is actually in contact with the ground and lifts the whole thing up a little bit, and that tire is connected to this axle, which has these sprockets, and those sprockets help to drive the treads. So even if you're on a hard surface, the rubber tire gets really good traction and allows this to move around. Also, the tire is just a little bit lower down there, so it's really resting on that tire and then just kind of uses the tracks for stability. That makes it easier to spin the thing around on its axis. Now, you're not going to see the tracks moving in opposite directions like a real skid steer vehicle would do, but just being able to spin this around, I think, is good for easy and comfortable play. And having the tracks always moving is good, and the fact that it's kind of balancing on that single tire and kind of moves around just a little bit actually makes it feel more fun. You know, it just feels a little bit more like it's just ready to go over some serious off-road terrain. Now, the main feature of this thing is the main boom on the back. You know, it's a utility vehicle, not just for carrying things. This, to kind of unfold it and use it, you bring this up, you spin it around. It's kind of a fun little thing, the way that you can kind of unfold it. And then it works like a jackhammer. So the end of it comes down, it's got that rubber band right there, and you just push on that. So that's where you'd be able to do like that, which is a cool action. I really wish that they had a color other than red for the rubber band. It's just so obvious. Also this red piece up on the top, but that doesn't bug me so much. Just LEGO and their colored rubber bands just often bug me quite a bit, just because they stand out more than they need to. You can use this little cage here, which is just kind of a holder, to work with this, and I'll show you this up more closely in a minute because this is actually new for this series, but that'll hold the rock in place, and then the intent is that you would come up to this and try to break it open. So you'd be doing like that. And there we go. It actually worked. It split the thing open. So that's perfect. That is action feature that's prominent and built in, and it works well, and it's good for play. And again, it looks good. Yeah, and you can discover little crystals inside. Before I move on from the vehicle here, I do want to show you the inside of the cab, which of course just holds one figure, but it is offset to one side like you want it to be, and it has just a single steering wheel in there. I guess you could add your own coffee mug. None is actually included with this set, which is weird for a city set. A couple of clips on the back of the cab as well allow you to attach minifig accessories. This is the first video that I recorded that includes one of these new rock features, or kind of magma rock thing right now. LEGO has done rocks basically like this before, but previously they had a top half and a bottom half. This one just has sides, and that's what allows you to get in there and slowly split it apart from the top. And then each one has a stud on its side, on the inside. I say inside a lot. That's where you can find a crystal. So this includes a dark, a transparent dark blue crystal, which is something that you can find, a special element inside of these, and these just work really nicely. I look forward to seeing this new design, which has a pretty good pattern on the outside, made available in different colors as well. So speaking of colors, these minifigures for this series use a very subdued color palette, which is surprising. I'm not complaining. It's just surprising given that they went with the really bright lime green main color for the vehicles. These are using olive and what is that, like a nougat, the medium nougat color on the belts and such, and then sand blue for some of the leg pieces there. And this is nice to get this hat in dark, or cap in dark tan, and there's what the prints look like from the back, and this guy's got a different one. And there's a look at that. Just no print on the hip pieces though, unfortunately. So some of these pouches kind of look a little bit cut off. These are the only 2 minifig accessories that are additionally included in the set. And because there are just 2, you can put both of them onto the main vehicle. Last thing in the set is this little ATV, a basic quad, simple build, not too many pieces. That is a printed piece here on the top. It's common across a number of the sets. Nice to get something that's printed and not a sticker. It's a basic build, but I think it looks actually pretty good. It's got just a small, short length of chain on the back, which you can use to connect to things. And they suggest that you just hook it up to one of these rocks, kind of drag it along the ground for just managing it around the yard or the staging area where you're working, or for transporting it to a different work site or something. It kind of works better with more different sets once you bring together more different activities. All told, I'm happy with pretty much everything that I see here except for the red rubber band. I just wish that LEGO had some less obvious rubber bands to use in different sizes. Also, the price seems just a little bit high on this one. Kind of feel like it could have or should have included just a really small field office or something, or maybe one other thing the size of the ATV, or maybe just a little bit larger than that, in addition, to make this a better value. Let me know what you think about the value on this one, if you think that it feels about right, or if you would have expected a little bit more. Also, feel free to share your thoughts about the set in general. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.